Hello, Famous here. I will be going over my Loki level cap build. First and foremost, I just wanted to say that my build is, I will never say it is the best. I'm sure there is many ways that you can improve the build that I was using for this run. So first and foremost, the main thing that keeps you alive is actually this mod called Safeguard Switch. So Safeguard Switch on Loki makes you invincible when you do your switch teleport, and it scales with your duration, actually. So if you combine this, and there's no cooldown on it, but if you combine this with Rolling Guard, you should never really ever be vulnerable in game. You should never go down. And then also Silence. So Silence disables abilities for Acolytes. That's the main part of it, and it prevents them from using their abilities. So the big ones are going to be Malice and Violence. So those are the two things that really kill runs would be because Violence disables your Warframe abilities, and then Malice obviously can kill you quite easily with his little bubble. Um, and for obviously the build, it's just mainly a bit of range because I don't ever want to like if I'm when an acolyte spawns, you don't want the acolyte to run out of your silence range and then use their abilities. So I have some range and then I run duration. Molt Efficiency is there to give me an extra 36% duration, and then Arcane Eruption is there to help stagger enemies. Energy Nexus is just for, consistent energy gain. Um, and yeah, and so Melee Guidance is basically there to keep my combo up, and that may not make sense, but there's a funny interaction with melee with negative combo duration with weapons, where essentially you can't build the combo, but with other methods such as the Rauta or Tandem Bond, you can actually build up your combo and it stays there permanently as long as you have a little bit of heavy attack efficiency. So basically makes it so you can spam your heavy attack. And so I used the Glaive Prime with this, and I actually didn't even use my Riven for this build. I didn't use my Riven because I wanted to use melee influence, and so I didn't want to run radiation. So I used focus energy for to cover the heavy attack efficiency, and as you can see, I have negative combo duration. And melee influence just basically helped maintain my KPM, which is my kills per minute, because with Loki, with your level cap runs, is a big thing that you're going to struggle with is your life support. And so you really have to work hard to maintain your KPM at a reasonable rate so that you actually can, stay in the mission. But so this is what I run. I run Blood Rush just for the extra 400% crit chance there. Well, 440. So Epitaph was for priming. I did run a viral Epitaph because of the Grineer and armored enemies. And I run Heat. So Heat, obviously reduces that. And then Grineer is good against Clone Flesh, which is obviously, the Grineer. Um, So, and also just increases the damage to health. So, and secondary encumbers there to proc other statuses such as gas or magnetic or whatever it is. Convectrix, I just thought of like trying to bring it. It really didn't do as well as I thought. I probably won't be bringing this to another level cap run. It is good. It can kill things, but it's just a little slow for what I want. I think if I were to redo this, I'd probably run like a magnetic toxin Brahma, I think, or something, for mainly for the Eximus nullifiers. That's mainly like what I would do. But this is the Convectrix build I had. Um, it's honestly not that great. It's okay. Like this is my Riven, but I really didn't use this a whole lot in the run. Mainly I was using these two. Zenuric was actually extremely helpful, and I would recommend it. It helps maintain your abilities, uh, and it's just very useful to maintain energy economy, especially when you lose your energy. Also, the second ability to slow enemies down is actually quite useful when you're in your operator form for last gasp if you do ever get down, so the enemies just aren't immediately swarming you. The slowing ability is what is it called? It's not disarming sling. It is temporal drag. So yeah, which is quite a huge buff. For my companion, I was using my Darza Kavat just because I wanted to get XP on my Darza. Realistically, like you should be using like a Smita in a long run. Like I didn't. Here's the Tandem Bond, which is what you use to maintain your combo. Um, You can also use the Rauda if you want to use like a Sentinel. You like in this build, I didn't really use my primary a whole lot, so the Rauda would like kind of cover the needs for breaking nullifier bubbles, and then I run sharpened claws for the attack mod because you would need to run like an attack mod so that your claws actually consistently attacking. This does actually sometimes it's not consistently, but like strip acolytes, um, so quite nice. You obviously have tech assault, so it lasts like it doesn't die. Tech enhance, increase the duration, reflects the damage back. Cat's eye, basic shit. So if I were to actually to change this, I think I would actually probably swap redirection for I think it's momentous bond. Where is it? I can't even find it all of a sudden. Am I fucking? Oh yeah, there it is. Momentous bond. Because the reason why is just so that I can actually have the recovery. I think I do run this actually on my Smita, but just I didn't run it on my Darza for some reason, but it was just fine. It's alive most of the time anyway in the mission, so that's kind of like all I did. Just really quickly going back to my Loki, I forgot to mention that I did use 2 green shards, and I did have 2 emerald shards just in case I brought a corrosive weapon for armor stripping. I'm thinking that I may want to try this again with dual icores because with the dual icores you can run gas, toxin, and electric from with melee influence, and it could probably do. Well, actually, I probably wouldn't run electric with melee influence. I'd probably run melee. I think it's not animosity. It's like I think it's retaliation. No, not retaliation. What is it? It's exposure. Yeah, I'd probably run melee exposure so that I can armor strip the enemies while I'm running through them. Um, yeah, this is the build. Once again, you subsume off your fourth because it is actually useless in a level cap run. Like your fours just doesn't do shit. You want to leave your one actually for shield gating if you need it because it's easily spammed and not high energy cost. So, but that's the build, and hope you guys enjoy. Have a great day.